Hello, let's welcome everybody to the stream. I see that there is a person in chat. Thank you for the follows, Sensei Prospect and Jacqueline Zero. I do appreciate it, everyone helps. Today we're just going to be doing some nice relaxing fossil reconstruction, as normally I do on Sundays. It's going to be a generally pretty short stream, as if you guys have not come to the fossil reconstruction, it's just some art stuff. But let's get into it. Oh, 1 second. Forgot to set up my AirPlay. Alright, it should be working now. Give it a second. There we go. In terms of warm-up sketches, I know that I did promise viewer last time that I would do a dugong reconstruction, which I will be doing. But other than that, warm-up sketches are what they are. Not really sure what I'm going to be doing in the vein of warm-up sketches today. You ever play Gay 6 on stream or just art? No, I do play other games, but Apex is not a game that really suits my streaming style. Oh, there we go. Sorry, I had to allow that through. No, I do not play Apex on stream most of the time. I will this Tuesday, possibly. I would like to make tier list Tuesdays a thing, but my Tuesdays are actually kind of busy, and so I might just have to sacrifice the naming thing for doing it another day. But I do want to do like tier list days where I just sit in the firing range and talk about the Apex meta. But I don't really play Apex on stream because it's a super like concentration heavy game, and I normally play video games just as a background to chat with my viewers as opposed to making it what people come to my stream for. So today is just going to be an art day. And yeah, so let's get some, oh yeah, also thank you, TTV Boop Noodle. I watch your stuff. You're a pretty spicy man, if I do say so myself. I legitimately have no idea what I want to do for warm-up sketches. It's fucking, I'm gonna do like a lizard. I don't know, I like a good lizard. However, if you are open to playing Apex together, I will be more than happy to play Apex on a stream with you, because that's like definitely what your audience is looking for. If that's what you're, I would make a stream for that just so people could see that from my point of view. Ooh, yeah. The new Total War game is dropping. Well, not soon. Oh, is it out yet? I saw it on the Epic Game Store, but I couldn't remember if it was a pre-order thing. I think it might have just been a pre-order thing. But yeah, new Total War game is coming out. Chaos Demons in this one. That's fun. Although I am going to be very sad that there's no Seraphon, because I love dinosaur people in my Total War games. I actually just bought a Seraphon. Oh, but in my level history. Oh, thank you. I'll definitely show up for that. I normally stream on Sundays at this time of day. But if next week I have off of school, so I'll definitely be more open to streaming at more optimal times for you to do that. So just like PM me on Discord or whatever. I'll start a stream. You can add me to your auto host list, actually, if you go into channel settings. And then whenever you're not live, if I am, then it'll just automatically host me. But you don't have to do that. That's just like a nice thing to do. I have you on my auto host list. I got you, homie. This is a nice little lizard thing. School's really... Yeah. I was like completely shut down from streaming for a few weeks because of finals. It's hard. That set me back from like path to affiliate for a little bit. Yeah, dude, school gets in the way of this kind of thing, but the summer, that's probably the optimal time to build it, because everyone, especially during COVID, so probably this summer's the last chance you'll have to do that, but getting big during COVID, especially during the winter and the summer, it's very, very good idea, because people have nothing to do, and you have nothing to do. So it's definitely a good opportunity. Ooh. Alcatraz899 followed me. Thank you for the follow, my guy. I really appreciate that. Also, I've gotten my streams. I figured out how to get my streams to go up on YouTube after they're done, so that's good. You can catch them on there if you miss them. Same name, just Kaiju Kiri on YouTube. I do have a different. I have the profile picture is the Antiposacosaurus that I drew last time, because I personally think that's probably one of the best art pieces that I've ever done. Thank you to chat for giving me ideas. Honestly, it's so much easier to stream when there's like 1 or 2 people in chat just talking, because not only does it boost your ego and like, oh, look at that, these people want to hear me say things. It's like, oh, thank you for the ideas. It's like you don't have to be so creative. It's not that much of a pressure on you. Bye. Have fun. In terms of dinosaur news, I sadly don't have much for anybody. I have not been paying attention to that as much as I should. I normally try to keep up to date on that thing with I Know Dino. It's a podcast. Get it on Apple Podcast. Shameless plug. I'm not on it, but definitely listen to it if you want to know more about paleontology. The new Congress's Godzilla is coming out soon. That's something. I know that some people are excited for that, me included. I have a great passion for Big G Godzilla. I actually have a Godzilla poster right behind me right now, but I don't have a webcam, so you guys won't be able to see that. And I'm not really planning on getting a webcam anytime soon, because it's kind of more of an inconvenience to me than anything. Because I'm not particularly interested in showing my face at the moment, especially since my skin is gross and covered in zits. Because, you know, masks and all that. I might wear a mask on stream if I do ever get a webcam and have to show something, but don't count on it. Oh yeah, look at those gross little lizard hands. Another thing that I struggle with is writer's block. That's probably my biggest, not necessarily writer's block, writer's disappointment is a better word for it. Because I'll be working on a writing project, and this is a little bit off topic from what I'm doing right now, but I'll be... Yay! Hello, Helenlandia. It's glad to see you back. It's just the warm-up sketch, and we are doing dugongs today. You will get to see a dugong manatee reconstruction on stream. But yeah, back to what I was saying about writer's block. Not really writer's block for me. I can write. It's just a matter of... It's like if you have this perfect vision of your art in your mind, and you do exactly what you want to do. And let's say this is a... And I want to draw this like perfect image of the T-Rex from Jurassic Park, and it comes out looking like that. That's what I have with writing. Because sometimes I'm very inconsistent with my writing. About a few months ago, I wrote a piece that I was very proud of. Just a little bit of stuff like set in the SCP universe. Because I'm a big fan of that. I love SCP. And it came out so well. And I was really proud of it. And you draw T-Rex Fluffy. I'm very proud of you for that. Skin texture is way easier for me than feathers. And yes, continue to draw T-Rex Fluffy for me. That's good. I am very proud of your commitment to scientifically accurate T-Rex. But it is, as I'm doing right now, absolutely tolerable to draw dinosaurs in an inaccurate way. There is nothing wrong with sitting down and drawing like a huge, exaggerated carnivore with big, meaty, gross, flesh-eating teeth. And obviously there were some dinosaurs that were like that, but it's totally inaccurate to forego traditional like stuff like accuracy and all that just to have fun and draw. Science should not be what... Accurate aliens. Ooh. Yeah. Aliens are funky to me as a drawing subject because there are so many ways to, like, present aliens. And obviously there's, like, different kinds of theoretical aliens. I didn't see a theory. I watched an all gas no brakes video where a guy rambled about how aliens were actually humans from the future. And that hit me and I was like, hey, what if I do that? Like, speculatively evolved humans that are returning to Earth after leaving. But yeah, it's fun sometimes, but don't always 100% of the time limit what you draw to be scientific once you hit that level where you can draw what you believe to be scientific. This is like a freaking rat dinosaur. Like, that's not a real animal, and it probably would never exist. It has like a little bit of hair too, as you can see on the sketch. But yeah, I remember The Future as well. That was a great series. But yeah, it's totally cool to draw completely inaccurate animals. Let's do some skin texture. That's fun. That's kind of the message that I want to try and spread, honestly. Is that it's okay to draw dinosaurs inaccurately. The main reason I started Inaccurate Fossils was just because it was an idea that was going around in my head for a long time. I posted something on the Spec Evo subreddit, and it just took off from there. There was it got pretty popular. Made it to hot. It was the Spasmodon. That was a python reconstructed to look like a lizard, and people were talking about it. I was like, hey, this does not fit on this subreddit. Let's make our own place. So that's what I did, with the help of Dino Guy 42. I'm not even sure if he's still active on Reddit. That was a long time ago. I have not heard from him in a long time. He was the co-moderator in like the early days of the subreddit, and then he dipped. I have not seen him active in ages, but he's not moderating Inaccurate Fossils anymore. That's for sure. I think the only mod on there, and I think that's going to stay that way for a while. Speculative domestication, dude, that's like, oh, you can't post links in chat. I turned that off. But DM me on Reddit, maybe send me that. I'll definitely go check it out. I think scales are weird. Because if you think about it, scales are just like feathers that aren't feathers yet. It's because feathers did evolve from scales. Because you can look at birds and you see that certain parts of their body only have feathers. Sorry, only have scales. And the rest are feathered. I saw... Ooh, four-legged chicken. That's an interesting discussion. I saw a video of a four-legged chicken. Well, the picture, and then I went down the rabbit hole of looking at four-legged chickens. It's inaccurate. No, we still love it. That's cute. But four-legged chickens, that's scary, you know? Because not only are they just they don't have wing claws, right? They have two sets of legs. Yeah, but here's the crazy part. They don't just have two sets of wings. They still have a scapula. Sorry, they have two sets of legs, and they still have a scapula and wings. Right? So that makes it, technically, because of this genetic mutation, if these chickens were alive in the wild and kept breeding and mutating... Here, let me... look at me. I've got my art here, and I'll explain the body plan of this chicken. Right? So this is the rib cage. This is where the chicken's legs normally are, and this is where the tail is, right? So these chicken legs go forward like that. And this is the head of the chicken. This is where the second pair of legs comes in. Right? But here's the crazy part. This is where the wings are. That's... You know what else has that body plan? Excuse my French, but fucking dragons. That chicken is literally a dragon. It has the dragon body plan. Obviously, it has one wing ray instead of having the multiple sort of bat-like ones in dragons. But the only difference between the body plan of this mutated chicken, and it's a fairly common mutation. There isn't two chickens in the world that have this. It's a fairly common genetic defect. Is that in dragons, this set of legs is moved over here, right? But I think that's really crazy. That's yeah. I think that's a pretty significant thing that not a lot of people are talking about. I think that's really cool. That we technically... Dragons are... Yeah, that's an interesting sort of thing. I am willing to bet that dragons were probably reconstructed from some pterosaur bones. That seems like something that would happen. Especially with, like... Because we know that a lot of, like, creatures were inaccurately reconstructed from fossils. That's another reason I started the Inaccurate Fossil subreddit, because there's not enough focus on stuff like that. It's been such a huge part in our history, and it's inspired so many myths. Charizard being a pterosaur isn't... Oh my gosh. Oh, I just panicked there for a second. I thought my computer just crashed, but it didn't. I just accidentally unplugged my monitor for a second. So, yeah, Charizard being a pterosaur is an interesting take, because the thing that bothers me about Charizard is that, unlike most of the other Pokemon, Charizard doesn't have a consistent body plan between its evolutions. Like, because Charmander and Charmeleon both have 4 legs, and then Charizard has 6 limbs. But yeah, let's get ourselves a picture of a dugong. Give it a hot second. What part of the dugong shall we reconstruct, actually? That's a big one. Oh my god. Arms. I now see why you were so excited for this. I've never looked at a dugong skeleton. Yo! Oh, I should have done this so much sooner. This is probably the most interesting set of bones that I've ever looked at. Thank you for suggesting this from the bottom of my heart. This is by far the most interesting set of bones and or fossils that I have ever seen. Dugong or manatee? They're pretty similar. I'm going to look at them both now. Manatees have like a longer sort of snout. Dugongs have more of like a cow-shaped thing. Sure, I'll do manatees. I think I will do the hands, yeah. Here's the thing. If we do just like the front half, we could assume that it was like a mammal with a theropod body plan. Because if you look at like how short the arms are compared to the ribs. I'm trying to find a good image of the fossil. There we go. I think that's a good one. Let me just... Alright. So... This is a manatee, by the way, not a dugong. Alright. Let's say this is what we're left with. These are our fossils. So this is what we're going to be reconstructing today. There we go. Let's do some quick research, because I don't know much about dugong biology. Oh, sorry, manatee. Oh, no. Alright. Evolution of a manatee. Hello, welcome back. We are doing a manatee and not a dugong. I'm just doing some research on manatee evolution so we can get some information. That's kind of funky. Hello, Charcoal32. Welcome to the channel. Thank you for the follow. We're doing some fossil reconstruction. Look to my reconstructions on your subreddit. I will. Thank you. Also, Inaccurate Fossils now has enough members to the point where if you Google just inaccurate space fossils, it's the first one that comes up, which makes me very happy. But the anatomy is wrong. There we go. Rectangle beaked whale. That's like the whole skeleton. That's terrifying, first of all. The idea of a whale with, like, human hands really scares me. But the thing is, right, if you look at dugong evolution, its closest relatives are elephants. So my idea for today is bipedal elephant. That's what we're going to be doing. I know it sounds so terrible. Yeah, that's fine to use the whole skeleton. Don't worry about that. But I know it sounds so terrible. But I've acquired inspiration, and this is going to be one of the worst things that I've ever created. Okay, so first we know that elephants are generally pretty round. All right, we're gonna fill in the blanks here. It's going to be a lot of detective work on stream today. So elephants have like a very wide rib cage. Elephants are fat. They have a very wide rib cage at the front that sort of fades back like that. That's like the elephant body plan. It's pretty reasonable to assume that they would have gotten a longer tail to counterweight their front. But maybe instead of having like a long theropod tail, they would have like a big fat one. The pelvis would be about here. Elephants have really long... Can you guys hear the Discord noises? Because I can shut those off, I think. There you go. Okay. Discord noises are gone. Sorry, I had my stream audio turned off, so I don't think it should be playing Discord noises from my computer, so it won't do that anymore. So elephants actually had really long thigh bones. I'm just going to call them that. I'm not an expert in anatomy. Just going to move that back up. Elephants had really long thigh bones compared to the length of their shin bones. I'm going to just do a quick sketch here. Femur, that's what it is. Thank you. Looking at a reference picture right now. This one's going to have like a good pose. It's not just going to be a standing... Oh, wrong select tool. There we go. Freehand. This is cursed. This is very cursed. Maybe I need a theropod dinosaur for reference. I think I'm... No, because here's the thing. I don't want to pull too much from theropods. Elephant with a theropod body plan is what I'm going for, and although it's probably going to have like a similar body plan, I don't want to look at theropods that much because they wouldn't have had much influence in the ancestry here, so I kind of want to free myself with that from that as much as possible. And then elephant skull. Mammal tails suck, by the way. They really do. Mammals need to get better tails. That's not a furry thing. That's true. They have like no purpose in evolution. There are like 3 mammals that have actually useful tails. And because manatees were evolving around the same time as early elephants, I'm gonna give this dude like gross Dinotherium tusks. A 4 viewer, oof, bro, I'm back. Hey, 4 viewers. They don't need ivory. No, I don't think, does ivory fossilize? Let me... Because most of the, yeah, okay, ivory does fossilize, but not very well. Pog. What is that nose? Oh, so this part is the upper jaw. This is where the trunk would attach. And this part is where the tusks would be if it did have tusks. But tusks would weigh down a large creature like this if it was standing up on 2 legs. So it's like tusks would weigh down something that's this big standing up on 1 leg. Oh, thank you for the follow me, gonna win 83. So I have elected to remove them, and because we don't have a skull for this hypothetical fossil, it doesn't matter. We'd have complete speculation here. It's going to look better when I put the muscles on, don't worry. So I'm thinking of putting this in sort of a... Give it at least a tapir trunk. I will. It's going to have like a little sort of flap. Like a really extended upper lip. This is going to look very weird. It will absolutely look like a monster. This is by far probably the weirdest reconstruction that I will ever do, but I'm incredibly excited for it. This is going to be a beefy animal. Alright. So this is our... Oh no. So this is our uniform. There we go. This is our reference image. Oh. Just O. This is our reference image. We're going to put it in a cool pose because last time we just did... Well, I just did the cassowary standing, looking straight ahead because that was simple and easy. But I'm going to put it in a pose this time. You're gonna... Oh, stop it, you. Thank you. Alright, so I'm going to put it in a cool pose this time. I'm just going to... So, I think probably the best... The proposed niche for this animal would be... eating, like, knocking down trees. That's why it's so tall. And it probably wouldn't use its forearms for that because it has these massive tusks. So instead of having a trunk, I lied about giving it a little tapir trunk. It's going to have this sort of... You actually have great talent, dude. Thank you. I'm not sure what to think about the cursed script, but thank you. So instead of having like a tapir trunk, I'm going to go a little bit crazy with this and give it this sort of shovel mouth contraption with two long protruding tusk-looking teeth. Imagine having the con. Your art respect. Fun fact, what was the first art that I ever posted to Reddit? I think it was the dragon from Warhammer well, not from Warhammer, the dragon inspired by Warhammer that I did. If you don't have confidence in your art, what advice do I have for you? I'm an advice person now. If you don't have confidence in your art, then don't post it, I guess. But in terms of having to build confidence for your art, just practice it. Just do it. You will not get better at art if you don't practice. You can't just like watch video tutorials for a day and suddenly art is a skill that you 100% need practice for. There is nothing you can do to better your art. Yeah, no, that's fine. You can have cartoony style, but there is absolutely nothing that you can do to better your art besides practice and maybe have like 1 or 2 lessons. You cannot just like overload yourself with information and expect to suddenly be better at drawing. It does help to look at art lessons, but if you don't practice or draw along with them, you won't get better. So yeah, anyway, back to the eldritch monstrosities. Giving them a land tap here. Oh, that's a good idea. I will do that. I'm going to write in chat, yes, so I remember to do that. Yes. Also, gross human hands. Get them in there. This is terrifying. I don't know how to feel about this animal. what have you brought to this cursed land? Oh, it's gonna get a lot worse once I start, like, detailing it. Alright, let's slide that opacity down and take a deep breath as we slip into a nice, relaxing, nice relaxing thing. How are you going so fast? People have, like, a 2-second attention span when it comes to, like, look at the elephant tail picture. Yeah, I know. Elephant tails are teeny tiny. But I have elected to make this one longer, just because it would not make sense for a bipedal animal to not be counterbalanced. I personally think that your tapir, or not tapir, dugong reconstruction does a lot right in terms of science. Like, regardless of your art style and how stylistic it is, you have a lot of good scientific stuff going on here. The anatomy is, like, legitimately pretty on point. Tracing in fossil reconstruction is something that I would totally recommend. Just trace a little bit outside of it, because we don't want to just be drawing the bones. Sorry if you can hear the crinkling of a bag. I was going to do a bit about pretzels, because these things are great. Pretzels, best snack. Eat them every day. It's pretzel time, G. Alright, I got my pretzels with me. I eat Doritos and Soul. That's fair. I love a good Dorito. I don't know how Souls taste, though. Oh no. I think I'm starting to reel it. Ayo, bro. Damn right. All the homies love the pretzels. They do have some fur. Wait a minute. Hold up a hot second. Where do manatees live? They live in Florida, right? Yeah. Okay. So they live in tropical areas. Let me just Google some. Actually, a tapir. Yeah, a tapir might be a really good guide in terms of how much fur coverage. So, yeah, tapirs have, like... Yeah, so tapirs have, like, a lot of... Why do I get sauropod head vibes? Probably because it's sort of the same niche of, like, a tree eater. Like a browser. But tapirs have, like, really short fur covering. So I think I will go with that for this one. Fur is probably the thing that I'm least good at drawing, by the way. In order of skin texture, it's probably scales, plain skin, feathers, and then fur. That's another thing about art. Don't be afraid to admit where you're bad. I know I sound like I'm tooting my own horn here, but it's a good idea to just be comfortable with the stuff you're bad at, and instead of just saying, oh, I'll never improve on that, intentionally draw it a lot. Like, just commit. And to be drawing that kind of thing until you feel slightly more comfortable with. Don't draw until you get good at it, necessarily, but draw it until you're not afraid of drawing it. Oh, you're right. That's true. Although I don't think that they're quite long enough to crawl on. And an amphibious mammal is certainly an idea. Have I mentioned that I'm really, really glad that so many people are just popping into stream today? It makes me happy. Got like 5 people in here at one point. Thank you, TTV Boop Noodle, for the host. Oh, you're right! I forgot about Ambulocetus. Oh my god, I'm so stupid. I'm sorry. But I was talking about like the length of the manatee arms, but an aquatic, like an amphibious mammal niche is already something that happened. Ooh, wait a minute, let's go. I think I'll try something new with the line art today. Is my mic too sensitive? Audio mixer. I'm just gonna turn the sensitivity down. Can you guys hear? Is it less aggressively loud for you guys now? I do enjoy a good drawing. Not much in terms of commentary right now, but this is really relaxing. Chad-faced ear. Oh, I haven't done the eyes. I need to just get those done. Like... Wait, do you mean like... See, elephants have big ears because they live in hot areas. But if you look at elephants that live in more tropical areas, like Indian elephants, they actually have much smaller ears. So I'm going to give this guy an even smaller ear because that's like even farther out of the... That's not an elephant ear. I'm going to give this guy a smaller ear just because he lives outside the elephant range. So that would probably be something along the lines of... that. Also, we have reason to believe that earlier elephants also had really small ears. Beep, 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 boo. Yeah, wow, we're hitting like 5 viewers quite frequently on this stream. Thanks, guys. That's like probably a large amount. Aardvark ears. Yeah, pretty similar. I think aardvarks are pretty closely related to elephants, actually. But not... They're closely related to elephants, but dugongs and manatees are like pretty generally separate from that family. So, and elephants are the closest thing there, too. Sorry for the zero. Don't sweat it, dude. Right, nothing's on that live. Dude, it's fine. I don't care. Plus, it boosts my... Oh, you almost cannot hear my voice. I will turn my mic sensitivity up. Can you hear my voice now? Can you? Can you? I'm sorry. Yeah, there we go. I can't... There we go. Might just be like a volume issue. I don't know. It depends on the quality of your speakers and or headphones, everybody. I should get a pop filter just to like help regulate that kind of thing. They're like $5, aren't they? I'm actually just gonna look up the price of a pop filter real quick. Pop filter. Oh yeah, they're like $10. Okay. Oh, that one's $5. Alright, well, audio quality might get better soon. I have enough money to buy a pop filter. I'll get one. Getting a good mic is definitely an important step if you want to become a content creator and form a large audience. Because a lot of people, like, okay, Leafy had like a $5 mic and he got huge. But Leafy also got his channel deleted. So we're not going to talk about that. I draw on a normal tablet, which means just a big phone. Oh, I have a normal tablet as well. I draw on an iPad with Procreate, but I would definitely recommend getting a stylus. Better half of my, I'll host you for like 10 videos or some shit. That's great. Thank you for that. You're a great dude. Honestly, like, thanks for just like existing in my general proximity. It's pretty cool to have like a streaming buddy who I can just talk to. I don't know. It's good. I've got like a network of small content creators. Because we've got 2187. We have you. We have all the homies. Oh, wait a minute. I've made a mistake. That's something that I only do when I draw dinosaurs. That bone, that pelvic bone that you saw right there that I just erased, that is not, in fact, genitalia. That is the pelvis bone that sticks out of the bottom of a bird. And on a dinosaur. Add more fluff for the end of the tail. Not sure. Can't have too much fluff texture, but okay, let me put it this way. I feel the same way about a lot of people, about a lot of other things. And it's really important to look at that. Okay, so think about it this way. There's probably something that you're really good at that you just don't notice and other people really appreciate. You didn't realize there were two thes in my sentence. There are two words in your sentence, not two thes, my friend. See, it helps when you read it aloud. I don't know. But yeah, there are definitely things that you can see. See, that's why I don't like social media. Is because it emphasizes what everyone else is good at. Because when you post something on social media, I pick Twitch because I feel like it's the most genuine form of content creation. Because it's unscripted, there's no editing involved. The only thing I'm good at is skiing. Well, my friend, I live in New England, and I am utter dog shit at skiing. Let me tell you that. You hold that as an achievement. If you're good at skiing, then you're good at skiing. Don't say the only thing I'm good at is skiing. Say I'm good at skiing, because I'll bet you are. And you're pretty good at Apex too, by the way. Like, not gonna lie. I've seen your stuff. You're quite good at Apex. Do you have TikTok? r/no get the boat. No. I don't actually have TikTok, no. Well, I mean, I watch it sometimes, but it's unhealthy, honestly. I'm not active on TikTok, no. But I gotta say I prefer Reddit. It's, yeah, I don't know. But TikTok does seem to be something that is, yeah, just don't be searching and Noah get the boat. It makes you want to do those things. That's a little bit too much shrink wrapping that's going on around the eye there. Let's give him some little eyebrows. Oh my god, that is terrifying. I'm gonna give him some extra leg mass there. Alright, color time, everybody. Cha-cha real smooth. Give it a Pokeball and Ash Ketchum. We did this last time, Helen. But in terms of tape here, here's the funny thing. Yeah, I'll bet you do. Here's the funny thing about tape bears. They look so much cooler when they're babies than when they're adults. Because, like, baby tapirs are all, like, stripy and spotty and cool. And then adult tapirs are just black and white. They're, like, dollar store pandas. Red Dead, oh yeah, Red Dead 2. I do like good story-based games. Probably my favorite game of all time is Horizon Zero Dawn. Spider-Man, PS4 is definitely on my top 3. Monster Hunter World, not technically a story-based game, but I do like games like that. RDR2, maybe. I might not. I'm probably not going to stream it on Twitch, but that's good. I will play it on my own time. Yeah, it's a good game. Need to add a game reference to this creature. Ooh, actually, now that you mention that, I might do it in the form of the color scheme. What was it? There was a Monster Hunter mod that I was thinking of. Reach monsters. Forget what monsters are in the Horfrost region Monster Hunter. If you guys have not played Monster Hunter World, I strongly suggest it. I played The Last of Us as well, but something about Red Dead. Dude, I love games like... See, okay. There are two types of games I enjoy. There are the ones that are either very, like, immersive and realistic, like Red Dead and Arma. Well, I'm assuming that Red Dead's very immersive from what I've heard about it. Oh, yeah, okay. That's what we're gonna do. Alright. Actually, wait, no, never mind. But yeah, and Arma especially is probably the most painfully realistic game I've played, as I would put it. It's realistic to the point where it kind of is inconvenient. But yeah, I love games like that. And then I also like some of the... I just realized you named your... Yeah, I did. I did do that. So animal fossils that look like that animal must be in that genus. That's true. Last time I reconstructed a cassowary. So if we do any more large bird reconstructions, I'll hit you up. You've got a whatchamacallit, thing over that market. So in terms of the game reference, I'm going to be coloring it like Legiana from Monster Hunter. A little bit more of a toned down fashion, but it's still going to be pretty close to the Legiana color scheme. Obviously, I want to keep it realistic, but throwing little Easter eggs into my art is something that I think is pretty fun. Of course that fucking happened. Procreate likes to do this thing where it'll just mess up with it'll mess with your fill tool. Birds are really cool. I don't think a lot of people know that. Well, I mean, I feel like people know that, but they don't take it seriously. They don't understand the birds, man. There's just something about them that I really like. Honestly, though, birds are awesome. Probably my second favorite kind of animal. They're Monstrosaurus. I don't think it would be a saurus since it's a mammal. I would probably fall into the Therium category if we're going with like stereotypical prehistoric animal names. Because if like Dinotherium, Indricotherium, since saurus generally refers to reptiles and birds, specifically dinosaurs because old naming conventions. Alright. Just base coloring it, don't worry. It's not going to be this gross looking forever. Remember Basilosaurus? Of course I remember Basilosaurus. Ooh, you know what I have that I'll... Well, I'm not going to post it. But Basilosaurus was named Basilosaurus because they thought it was a snake when they first discovered it. Because they saw the whale, and it didn't... Basilosaurus is really cool because it doesn't have the traditional proportions of a whale. It has like a really, really long torso, and they did not find the fins. They just found the head and then the spinal cord. And they were like, okay, so no animal could ever have been this absolute size and not have been a snake. But they were wrong, because it had arms in the form of flippers. And it was not, in fact, a snake. It was a whale. And while I am in the camp and say that Basilosaurus should be renamed to something more mammalian because it's not a lizard or a snake or literally any kind of reptile, yeah, it does break traditional sort of naming conventions by doing that. They couldn't change it for some reason. Yeah, see, I think Troodon is actually getting its name changed soon. Has it been changed already? Oh yeah, Troodon doesn't exist anymore. That's some dinosaur news. That might be a little bit late to the party on that one. It's former wasteback attack and potentially dubious genus or relatives. Yeah, so Troodon is now Latevanatrix. There's no Troodon anymore. It's a wastebasket taxon. They just deleted it from existence. I'm definitely in that camp. I think the people who were behind naming Troodon were really incompetent. I don't know. I feel like it shines a bad light on the paleontological community. Oh my god, I sound so snobby. But, yeah. I don't know, I gotta say, that was like a really bad idea. For them to do that. Alright, I'm not going to spend all the time filling in those little dibbly dots, so I'm just gonna cover the entire body in that sort of nice neutral gray-blue color. Okay, don't want my friends to hop in. Thank you, everybody. Hello, people who are stopping by. What I'm doing right now is I am reconstructing this fossil right here, but inaccurately. Mammals kind of suck. Is that an I'm going to go ahead here and assume that you're a mammal. If you mean they don't have very interesting bones, I'm going to have to respectfully disagree. But they do have very uninteresting sort of body shapes. Because the thing is that mammals are fat. That's like one of their sort of trademark characteristics. They're fat and hairy. And if you're a fat and hairy mammal, I sincerely apologize. But that really can like get in the way of some of the really cool aspects of mammals that I don't think a lot of people recognize. Like, look at what we can do with these bones. And if you look at like early mammals that were really, really janky and like evolutionary, I'm a being composed of pure light and boom, new follower. DTV dominate 2 minutes ago. Thank you. 7 viewers. Pog. I can say that now. I checked Twitch's policy. They let you say poggers, which is very cool. Thank you, Twitch. It's just the guy. Follow up on last time. Basically, it was the guy who got, who was like being punished for that. I'm not gonna dwell on that for too long. Look at that. Yes. That's my first pog in the chat. That makes me very happy. So yeah. I don't know, mammals are absolutely boring in terms of how they look outside, but on the inside, they're very special. I do love a good mammal. So yeah, they're fat and hairy, which makes them look like round and gross. Which, makes me unhappy. I think mammals could definitely look more interesting, but look at early mammals for inspiration. Proto-mammals are very cool. And, like, even... Let's get a bigger brush. Even, like, Ice Age mammals. Like Glyptodonts and those things. Just like that whole family. If you find any common mammal that's, like, alive nowadays and just, like, look back and trace back its ancestry, you will find something incredibly interesting, I guarantee it. There's something special. Mammals are underrated, if anything. Yeah, mammals are great. And do love a good mammal, mate. I think this is a pretty good, really solid color scheme. Just gonna clean everything up a little bit. I will be detailing it in a hot second. I don't know, thank you. I want to thank everybody who is just around on my streams, because you guys are probably the greatest factor that I have in improving my art at the moment, since I can't, like, go places and talk to people and go to art workshops. And so digital art is probably my weakest kind of art that I enjoy. Caught myself there. I absolutely hate printmaking. So yeah, it's nice to have a community that's based around that. Let's get some nice fleshy pink in there. There are fat proto-mammals, but fat proto-mammals look cool. Oh, that's a massive brush. But they're cool fat proto-mammals. They're not just like... Their fat does not... They are chunky. Their fat does not, like, obscure the cool bones that they have, unlike it does with some modern mammals. Like, look at elephants. Would you think that you could take an elephant skull and turn it into this? No. Well, I hope you did, because for the sake of that argument. Elephant skulls are probably the best example. Make the eyes red a little bit. I will. Probably reference some goat eyes for this, since... Actually, no, you know, I'll reference giraffe eyes. Because, yeah, giraffes would probably be leading the same lifestyle as this animal. Eyes are like one of the things that a lot of people don't pay attention to when they're doing paleo art. I'm just gonna fade in those colors a little bit, make everything look a little bit more natural. Yeah, there we go. I'm not sure what to do with eyes. Make the mouth full gross. I will. This, although it's not like a predatory animal, it's gonna have a gross mouth. Because in my mind, it's got this niche of like sort of stomping around in the mud and pulling down trees, but also digging in the ground for vegetables. So it's gonna have like a dirty, gross mouth full of dirt and gross things. It doesn't wash its teeth? Probably not. These like long teeth, they're gonna be all gross and crusty. Oh, I've actually never drawn plaque on like an animal's teeth. Let's do that. It doesn't. Take good care of your teeth, kids. It's important. It eats its vegetables. Of course it eats its vegetables. But if you eat enough vegetables, they will turn your teeth rotten. I hope you eat your vegetables. Everyone in chat, I hope you're eating your vegetables. That's proper nasty, mate. Proper nasty. This animal would also probably be biting into trees, which would give it some pretty significant tooth damage. You mortal flesh body controlled by a brain. That is what I am. We're all just brains in meat suits, man. Or woman, or whatever you are. When this goes up on the sub, I might write a short description about it like I did with Parochosaurus, which was the Mosasaur reconstruction. I'll have to admit that Mosasaur reconstruction was a little bit shaky in terms of the science behind it, because of two reasons. One, I just finished playing Fallout 4. Also, dude. Oh yeah, no, I definitely will. I have no idea how to do this stuff. Thank you, honestly, like for giving all the advice. It's just a really, really wholesome thing. But yeah, adding panels is something I need to do. I need to like get all the alerts situated as well. Let's just blend in those ears a little bit. Next time you see me, I think, you know, I'm gonna call it, but you're like, yeah, oh, I definitely will. Thank you for that. I'll probably be done with this in a few minutes. PM me on Discord and whatever. I'll be like home all day. I've got nothing to do. Alright, shading time. Gotta love a good bit of shading. For the shading, if I could add flies near its head, I will, but shading first. Purple is like universally good shade, in my opinion. It's probably one of the best shades that you can get. Shades? No, that's not what it's called. Shaders. Would you say shaders? Because, like, watch this. Yeah, it looks all gross in purple. And it's totally obscuring all of that hard work that I did in a second. But, wait, you don't do that anymore. Boom. Boom, baby. Look at that. Purple's so good because it desaturates color, but it's also like right in that line between warm and cool, so you don't have to switch. How do you use non-affiliate ones? Yeah, I know. Congratulations on affiliate, dude. That's really cool. Do you guys hear the ice truck? Welcome to cozy New England, where the ice trucks are the only sign of civilization that you hear each day as they drive up and down the horrible snowy roads. Alright, now that we're out of the mouth, let's desaturate that a little bit. It's 22:53 free. I know, I stream like right as you're about to go to bed. But at least it's not past midnight. I'm going to end the stream soon so you can get some sleep. Sorry, I can't stream earlier because this is just like when I'm available in the New England land. What should I do for the eye? Eyes are kind of yellow sometimes. I think that's a good sort of eye color. Sorry for the lack of commentary. My bird. You have a bird? Dude, that's awesome. I have heard, though, that birds are very bad streaming partners. So I'm not inclined to get one. I'm going to stick with my lizard. She makes a great reference, though. Like, for scales and stuff. It's good to just, like, have a lizard sitting around. You have a little budgie. Dude, my grandfather got so bored in his old age that he decided to just start breeding budgies and giving them away for free. But the problem is now that he has so many budgies that even giving them away, he can't find people for them. So he lives in Israel on a kibbutz. So he just lets them go. So the entire place is just filled with budgies. It's really funny in my opinion. Hold up. I think animals are really underappreciated. Just like as a concept. You have a bearded dragon. Yo, lizard bros. There's a person at the AAAS, which was a science convention that I gave a talk at yesterday, who was the moderator of my group. Yeah, lovebirds are hands down my favorite kind of bird. They're so pretty. Well, favorite kind of domestic bird. Domesticated. Have you ever heard of a lammergeier? I'm not sure if I can spell that properly. Lammergeier. That's how you spell it. I think. I think. I love bird years ago. Yeah. Birds don't have particularly long lifespans. That's another reason I prefer reptiles. Reptiles are great streaming buddies because they're just like there. They're not like dogs. They won't make noise. They won't disrupt you. My gecko chirps sometimes, but it's like not that bad. I had a frog, but he died. Yeah, I had a friend who had some frogs. Frogs are really hard to take care of. Same thing with chameleons. Chameleons are, in my opinion, probably the worst reptile that you can keep. Because they're just like... They almost try to kill themselves. Because, like, you don't have running water in the enclosure, yet still they can't see it, bam, they're dead. If your glass is too reflective... If you have glass at all, bam, they're dead. Because they don't use sound to communicate, right? You didn't know it died? Wait, what? Oh. Yeah. It died in the vet. Oh. Yeah, that's hard. I don't know. Yeah. Aw. Yeah, I feel bad. That's not very pog. I had a dog that from like, I think when I was 3 or 4, back before I even moved to California when I was living. Egg-eating snakes. I have had some experience with egg-eating snakes. I like to, finger-biting budgies, they're fun. I have some experience with egg-eating snakes. Just like here and there. Since I'm working on trying to start breeding my geckos and sell them at pet stores and stuff. I've got some. I'm trying to just like get experience with reptiles where I can. And egg-eating snakes, they're nice, but they're insanely hard to take care of. You should not try to get... They're like one of those reptiles that you should not get unless you're a super experienced keeper. African egg-eaters. Yeah. Birds are more easily bred. Yeah, birds breed like crazy, dude. There are a couple reptiles that breed well, but a lot of them, you need a lot of commitment. And they don't take care of their own babies, so you need to incubate them and get a bunch of separate stuff for them. But it's cold over here, and birds need to like have good space, and it's way easier to control like a reptile climate control a reptile enclosure than it is to climate control a bird one. So I'm building a reptile room in my basement, but yeah, birds are kind of off the table for me at the moment, especially with breeding. This dude's looking pretty poggers, not gonna lie. I'm working on a ball python. Oh, yeah. Ball pythons are great. Probably one of the best snakes that you can get. Alright, now for the favorite time of everyone. The flies in the mouth. Let's just add some sort of gross mouth cuts. Ball pythons are great, though. Yeah, you should. That's definitely a snake that I would recommend getting. I'm not changing my drawings. I never did. Shading is hard to learn. It's very frustrating when you first pick it up. You know what? Why don't we, for another stream, not this one, but eventually, I will set up a bunch of images, and you know what? I'll do that for my 50 follower special. Once I hit affiliate, we're going to do that. I'm going to set up a bunch of stuff and take you guys a trip down memory lane so I can show you like how my art's improved over the years. It's just going to be digital art. I might scan in some of my traditional art paintings. Mostly did. Oh, yeah, me too. I would say I'm way better at traditional than digital. I'm going to go with like a neutral gray for the background on this one. Like a warm gray. Yeah, there we go. Why, thank you. I'm not going to detail the background. I'm going to do a lazy Curie background. This is my hack for like cheap, simple, well, cheap, it's not costing any money, but simple backgrounds. Take that, just make it a little bit lighter. Wait. Do that. Slice it away at like the bottom there. Turn the opacity down. There you go. Is this animal like Terraria? No. Probably like the opposite, actually. I would assume that it would eat a lot and then not eat for a while. Hummingbirds and vampire rats are kind of like Terraria. They have such a short, well, not necessarily a short, but they need to stay light when they fly, so they pee as they drink blood. Which is not something I want to be taken out of context on. Please, nobody clip that. A real, yeah. Might do that. We're definitely going to do something horridous for the Latin name. Oh, no, that's bad. Don't do that. I'm going to recenter real quick. There we go. Add text. What the fuck are we going to name this thing? Time to translate things into Greek. Am I right, kids? Gorgonotherium. That's a solid contender. But what's like the English name for it? I need like a base for my translation. You know what? Why don't we just name it after the person who discovered a manatee? Who discovered... Oh! Yo! Okay, wait. So, oh, you did it. Okay, wait. So, y'all know how sailors thought that manatees were mermaids? Right? Oh my god, of course you did. There you go. Courier new, bold. There we go. Done. No, don't be done. Oh. Did my thing just die? Sorry, everybody. We're coming back online. There we go. Gorgonotherium. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, and whatever else. Remember when someone spammed your subreddit? Yes, I do. I'm honestly very happy that we got big enough to be spammed. That gives me an immense sense of pride. That someone thought that inaccurate fossils was important enough to spam toy review videos on. Gorgonotherium neurogenica. Yeah. So basically, that means ugly water woman beast, because that's exactly what it is. It's ugly. People thought that manatees were mermaids when they first discovered them. And therium is just kind of the standard ending for prehistoric mammals. So, I'd like to thank everybody who popped into the stream today. That's not the brush I use. Thank everybody who popped into the stream today. Every view counts. Really love you guys. I really do. I'm so happy that you guys think I'm entertaining enough to listen to me talk for a couple hours. And I will see you when I see you. Probably next Sunday if I can. I'll be streaming a lot the week after next week. At Ash Ketchum Hat. It's a tradition. Do you want to... Okay, next time. Oh, I can't do it yet. Once I hit affiliate, I'm gonna make the Ash Ketchum Hat a channel emote. Like a subscriber emote. So if you subscribe or you have enough channel points, you can unlock it. I'm gonna do that. Ooh, or I can make it a channel point reward, where if someone spends enough channel points, they can add the Ash Ketchum Hat. I wanna be the very best, like no one ever was. That's on a different layer. Good. Da 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 da. Da 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 da. No, you just get channel points by watching. You don't need to spend money to unlock channel points. How does the Ash Ketchum Hat? There we go. Oh, it's the other way. Da da ba. Pokemon. That was great. Okay. Thank you everyone who popped into the stream. I'm gonna end it now just because the rest is just me saving images and posting them to Reddit. Like, seriously, from the bottom of my heart. Thank you guys. It means a lot to show up to my streams. I'll see you guys when I see you. Bye.